Appreciation August is on 1 week early at integrativemysticism.com. From now until the 31st of August 2020, enjoy 20% off all Scarlet Moon services, including gift certificates when you apply the codes on your screen. We are now also accepting tips and donations for those of you who've been requesting that for the last 7 years. You can now leave a tip or a donation at my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days, and this is a really, really interesting close to July for you because there seems to be this big focus on letting go of things we don't need to personalize, we don't need to get involved with, even if there's some craziness going on in other groups or with other people that we are talking to and engaged with. We're really spending a lot of this week paying attention to the energy that is allowed to persist and co-create in our environment, and understanding that, look, it's not about taking it personal or making it personal, however it goes, right? Some people are, depending on where they are in their level of consciousness, sometimes they don't understand that it's just nature when it comes to how vibration and how energy reacts and creates versus creating something else. It isn't personal. It's never a judgment. But this week, you're really going to need to pay attention to where you need to be making those calls. As we get to the spiritual theme of the week, what is actually going on for this week for you? What is the story behind everything? Background energy. You've got the Tower in reverse, and the big message is, as I've just been saying, don't personalize or co-opt other struggles that have nothing to do with your live stream, that have nothing to do with what is going on with your creations, what is going on with your life. I'm not advocating depraved indifference. I'm not saying don't get involved if somebody's doing something horrible, but pay attention, and maybe try to think with a bit of triality versus black and white old paradigm duality. Think about, look, is this in the highest interest of all concerned? Is it not in the highest interest of all concerned? Does it have anything to do with my own journey at all? That's what you really want to be playing around with when it comes to how you are assessing what you take on in your life in general, but especially with the Tower card reversed, you are going to be seeing other things kind of blowing up in people's faces. Close by. It could be, when it comes to family, it could be a friend, it could be a neighbor, it could be a partner. But there are certain things that need to be left to be dealt by people in their journeys. Don't try and protect other people from learning their own lessons. You're only hurting them when you are trying to take on denying a person's growth and evolution by trying to keep them from going through their own lessons. That is never a good thing to do, and that is definitely a big part of this week for you. As we get into your material concerns when it comes to your work, your finances, your professional aspirations, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and something is getting either mistreated or wasted as it relates to either a financial or professional matter or project that you are actually working on, that you have a close relationship to, or something that you come across that you could actually adopt. Because what's interesting is I'm actually seeing the Queen of Pentacles reversed as sort of the, for lack of a better phrase, let's just say an unhealthy keeper, an unhealthy creator, an unhealthy parent, so to speak, wasting or mistreating something that you can adopt into your own life. Now, this could be something you take on that could elevate your status, possibly, yes, stepping into a better job opportunity, a role that they can't do or just will not do very well, or maybe one person's trash, or what one person might treat like trash, even though it's not, suddenly becomes an abundant treasure for you this week. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is often prone to mistreating or wasting good things that they have, but it does look like you have an opportunity to retrieve or take this off their hands for better keeping, for whatever it is, but also an opportunity for yourself. As we get on to the community card, we talk about friends and relatives and other people in your life. We have the Six of Swords in reverse, And I'm seeing the return of a long-lost friend or a long-lost relative. And this is actually due in part to this Tower card in reverse. I do feel like they are coming back into your life after something perhaps unfortunately had to or is in the middle of coming to an abrupt end or an unpleasant end. And with the Six of Swords reversed, this could be them coming back and opening back up lines of communication. This could be them leaving a toxic situation that maybe they didn't know was toxic or negative until it blew up in their faces. Or possibly with the Six of Swords reversed, coming back into your life because they woke up to it and got out of Dodge and they are now in a better place for it. But we do have a reunion on the way for you. As we get to your personal challenge, or we might say personal lesson for this week, we've got the Page of Pentacles upright, stabilizing and creating harmony instead of engaging. Sometimes the best thing you can do is actually create the alternative instead of trying to constantly run into a certain circumstance. Put your hand in the fire, go in and try to fix something. Maybe it's not something that's worth fixing. The Page of Pentacles upright is indicating instead it is better to actually create the new. Go into a space where you are actually providing the healthy alternatives for yourself and others. Create the thing that people are trying to turn the unhealthy thing into. Because that can be a lesson. Some people are, lose a lot of time and energy and emotional availability when they try to turn an unhealthy thing into something healthy that cannot be done so. It's too distorted, it's too broken. It's time to create the alternative, create the better thing. As we get on to the romantic side of things, when it comes to your relationships, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. And this is a week where there's a huge amount of clearing going on, where you are clearing a lot of distractions, clearing a lot of stowaways when it comes to maybe what's going on in your relationships, whether it's excess chatter, the peanut gallery, maybe even people that have kind of stowed away onto your relationship socially or even, financially in a material way. We are doing a lot of clearing and decluttering and helping to get our house back in order, so to speak, when it comes to our sweetheart. And the Two of Swords reversed, honestly, is cementing a new sense of security and longevity for this commitment. If we are both a unified front when it comes to getting rid of these distorted or dysfunctional elements or additions to our relationship that maybe we've permitted to exist for too long. As we get into those of you who are currently available for new people, the Two of Swords reverse is giving you a lot of advice here. You will most likely find a lot of people this week that do not resonate with people that you have been spending a lot of time with historically. They are people that you are most likely going to have a really good chemistry with, but with the Two of Swords reversed, it is also abundantly clear that you might notice that they are not a good match for maybe certain friends or certain family members that you have. That's okay, because they're not going to be engaging with them in relationships, but you have to be okay with understanding that it's high time that maybe we pursue the ideal match for us as opposed to the ideal match for the company we keep. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.